Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tommy Banks, and I'm here with two dynamic sisters. We have Rashida Qaiyim, and we have S. Marie Harper. They are the founders of Q Productions. And today I'm here to talk with them about their phenomenal plays that they have going on. And without further ado, let's start with the sensational Rashida Qaiyim. My first question to you is, how did you get started, and where was the vision in all of this?
Well, first of all, I want to say the foundation was with my mother. She is the original. She's a writer, and she's a motivator speaker. However, I branched off into doing my own production plays and writing, just because I had the vision of showing her work.
Okay.
You know, and I thought that was just so important because she's 80 years old. Ooh. And it was just so important to, to show her work. And that's really the only reason why I'm moving forward and doing the productions, so she would be a part of it.
Now, I remember last year you did Breaking the Chain, and then this year, what inspired you all to do Breaking the Chain 2, as well as the Fatherless Daughter?
There are so many chains that must be broken. We look in the community and we see so many different problems in our community. And one other problem is that we have broken families. And that inspired me to, I just want to back a little bit as far as with Dawn Breaking the Chain. It's part of a life that everybody can relate to.
I hear that.
And so because of that, there's, like I say, many chains that must be broken. From drug addiction, fatherless daughter, broken homes. It's just so many. So under the umbrella of Q Production, Breaking the Chain, we have, we want to kind of tackle the real problem that we have in the community,
Okay. All right. S. Marie Harper, you've been quiet in all of this.
I know.
And you're the youngest of, what, 10?
I am the youngest child of 10.
Okay.
Yes, I'm my mom's namesake, Keep. Her name is Shahida Qaiyim. My name is Shahida. And my sister brought me in on this play as the co-director for Breaking the Chain. And I'm just so excited about it because the vision is awesome. Her passion behind it is awesome. The origin of the fact that it began with my mom and it has grown to do so many other things as far as touching the kids in the neighborhood and telling stories about people who have been through hardship and who have persevered through those hardships. So I am just excited to be a part of this project. I think it's going to be a phenomenal project. I cannot wait for Atlanta to see what we have to offer.
Now, I had the pleasure of meeting her mom had came last year. She was a part of Breaking the Chain. Absolutely phenomenal, dynamic woman, and a great art of words. She was just sensational. Is she going to be a part of this project this year?
Definitely. We would not do it without her.
Okay. I look forward to it.
Yeah, for every play, every production we have, I have to include my mother because she is one of the inspiration. She's very inspirational to me, so.
And where all our gifts come from.
Yeah.
Any gift that we have, of course.
Right, she's the original.
So when you're doing these auditions for people across Atlanta, you're doing casting calls or whatever. So what is it that you're looking for in these individuals? Who's going to capture your mother's words or y'all vision?
Yeah. Well, I want them to capture the reality, the good and the bad, the pain. In life, we all have to go through some pain to gain strength. And because of that, if they cannot exemplify what we're looking for, then we don't want to just push them to the side, because our motto is leave no talent behind.
Absolutely.
And again,
that.
we try to work with them.
Okay.
You know, we have to work with them.
All right, great. And today I interviewed this dynamic performer, Dr. D. Parker.
Yes.
And she gave me a little rendition of, what's the name of the song?
Sanskrit?
Down by the river, or
Born.
Change is gonna come. That's what it was. The change is gonna come. See, when I hear her name, I just get all, you know, with the hairs sticking up on my, on my skin, and I'm just like, Dr.
Yes.
D. Parker.
Well,
yes.
actually, Dr.
yeah.
D. Parker, she was in our first production at the
yes.
Rialto.
Okay.
Matter of fact, we had our production at the Rialto, and she was phenomenal. And then she was in our second and third production as well. And so she is definitely a part of the team.
With the Q Productions.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
What about your other cast members? As far as I think that I did interview
With
you.
Pearl Anderson.
Pearl, okay,
Yes,
yeah.
she plays Sarah. She's a mother who just been working hard to keep her family together.
Okay.
This is a working class family, and it was just the magnitude of the strength they have. Is basically it's unbreakable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So where do you ladies see yourselves in about 5 years from now? Because I know you're going hard and strong with these plays. Is there another rendition of Breaking the Chain you think is going to come out, or after this one, or you have some other stuff in store? So what can we
Definitely.
expect from the two of you?
Yeah.
Well, I think that it's more and bigger, it's better. All of that is to come. If I say, if I had to answer a question, we're going to be in 5 years, we will hope that our message has reached and touched and left fingerprints on the world. You know, it's Atlanta now, Chicago tomorrow, Detroit the next day. I just want us to reach as many people, as many cities that we can possibly reach.
Right. Just, I would take it, people and families and friends working together to say, hey, we have to put a stop to what's going on out there, whether it's unwanted pregnancies, whether it's abuse, or whether it's any of those things. So your messages resonate with a lot of folk, and I remember as well, after the play was done, the standing ovation and the people, clapping and applauding or whatnot, because that message that you all send, it does happen in the families and whatnot.
Everywhere across America, it's real. It doesn't make a difference what color your skin is, what your political affiliation is, it doesn't matter. It's real life problems for real life people, and I think that is what touched so many hearts, because it could happen in anyone's home, So that's what we speak
And
to.
let me just also say, with Breaking the Chain, again, just reiterating what Marie is saying, Shahida is saying is that in Breaking the Chain, you're dealing with teenager pregnancy. You're dealing with a young man not knowing whether if they should go to school or get money the easy way.
Right. You're
dealing with possible a divorce.
Right.
From a 20 years marriage. You're dealing with a young black male that's trying to stay the course, right, and be the head of the household, and play his part, in the family, so it's so many different situations, dynamics, and, of the play, where and that's the reason why everybody can relate to that.
Okay, we talked a lot about Breaking the Chain. What is that Fatherless Daughter? Tell me a little bit about that.
Wow, we dealt with same problems that any other family deals with on an everyday basis. A fatherless daughter can be a fatherless daughter even when the father's in the home.
Oh, wow.
And so this is the
I like how you
message
say that.
that we must put out. Just because a daughter is without a father, it doesn't mean that, okay, well, he's in prison all the time.
Right,
Or,
right.
or he's not come home every day. It's just
right.
that, your child seem invisible even when the father is there. Your daughter feel invisible even when the father is there. These are different problems that people face every day. But also I want to just point out is that every father every daughter that has a father, you're dealing with men that are incarcerated. You have men that are just expired, they dead, It's just different problems that cause daughters to be fatherless. And it's like, okay, well, how do we reflect that? How do we deal with it with the daughters? How do we deal with it? How do I look at myself as a woman and with confidence, regardless whether if I had my father or not? How do we deal with the core of the problem?
Okay, so where did that vision come from, a fatherless daughter? Because you said your father was home.
My father was there,
right.
He was a father. He was the breadwinner of the household. There's certain things you see. Of course, with the parents, you try to remember the good things, but of course, in reality, you have good and you have bad. The idea of a fatherless daughter is basically, to tell you the truth, I woke up one morning and my daughter, her father wasn't always in her life all the time. And I'm like, wow, okay, so let me see, how can we send this message to the world on because I tell my daughter, you stay strong, you're beautiful. You don't need a man to validate you. So to me that was important for her to understand that you have confidence, you have high self-esteem, and as a woman, and reflecting back to myself, I had to go through the journey to become the woman I am today. Regardless whether I had my father, he was there. But the question is, did he make me feel confidence, or did he make me feel, worthy? In other words, he did what he can do. And that's part of breaking the chain. He did the best he could do. He was good for what he was a good father. My father actually he was a very hard working man, and education was very important to him. But then you look back and say, well, as a grown woman, is it me or is it him? So then I have to kind of reevaluate myself, as a woman. So okay, hey, he did his job. If I had low self-esteem or whatever the case may be, then you want to go to the problems. Okay, why?
I understand that. I certainly do.
Well, where did it come from? Is it part of the system? Systemically, is a part of the system that reflects. That I reflect myself back and look in the mirror and say, okay, where does this come from? It doesn't have to come from the father. It doesn't have to come from the mother. But we live in a system. And every day, what do we see on television? These are the things that is replayed in our mind. And okay, so it's about knowing who you are at the end of the day.
And I am certain that anyone that come and see either one or both of these plays are going to be in for a great surprise. I saw Breaking of the Chain when it first came out last year. Again, I keep using the word phenomenal, but it's a really, really phenomenal play. And the message rang true, rang loud. And is there anyone that you guys want to bring forth? And I think we may have a little surprise.
Yeah, we actually have one of our professional singer, and her name is Dr. D. Parker. She was in our first production at the Rialto, and we're going to bring her forth so she could sing.
All right. I surely did. I have the very own Miss D. Parker, who's a part of this phenomenal journey of breaking the chain in Fatherless Daughter. She's going to give us a little rendition of what?
Change is going to come.
Change is going to come.
Yes.
Take it away.
I was born by the river in this little old town. Oh, just like the river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will.
Wow.
Great job. Thank you.
Oh my
Thank
goodness,
you.
my goodness.
Yes.
Thank you very, very much, Dr. D. Parker.
They can definitely look forward in having Dr. D. Parker in our production moving forward. You know, yeah.
Great. Well, time has come for this part of our session to be over. The dynamic sisters, Rashida and Marie, and the Q production. Thank you very much.